morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel. This is Lolo Moon, and I am here to give you your, oh my gosh, what is today? August 10th message. I believe it's the 10th. Hold on, I gotta check on my phone here. Okay, yeah, it's August 10th. Wow. So, okay, happy Mercury Day. I'm gonna do something a little bit different today. We're gonna take a look at what you would like to say to somebody. This could be anybody in your life. This could be romantic. This could be whatever. So we're gonna do what you would like to say to somebody. Before we get started, if you resonate with my readings, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be updated whenever I post readings. Also, if you're looking for a personal session, you can do so down below. You can email me or book on my scheduler. It's completely up to you. So, okay, let's go ahead and dive in and get started. What does the collective want to say today, Spirit? Release the dark wound, let love live. And what do you feel? So, I mean, that's really interesting. I feel like you're wanting to say what's really on your heart, and not coming from a wounded space. Like, I feel like you're in a place right now where you're kind of going back and forth, and you're trying to decide like how to speak to somebody, but it looks like what's coming to the forefront is your wounds, like your triggers, what's happened to you, maybe even your projections, and you're being guided to, immerse yourself in your intuition and your feelings, really get in touch with what you feel before you speak. Let's go ahead and get a major arcana card or two to see if we can get some more context. We have the Chariot, the Devil, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Star card. Oh my. Okay, so I definitely feel like with the Devil, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Star card, well, hell, even the Chariot card, like you're wanting to move past, like you're wanting to move on from a situation in your life that could be very triggering, something that is just very familiar with that Devil energy. You're like, been there, done that. It's, it's definitely reflecting back your wounds. It's reflecting back old patterns of other people, the type of people that you end up with in your life, whether they're friends or romantic individuals, family, etc. And I feel like you're at this place right now where you're like, I have moved past this. Like, I have done the work, and I have, really connected with my own self, my self-value, and I have, reached a point where I am past this. But like, it's almost like the universe with the Devil and the Wheel of Fortune kind of sends you back like one more little test, because I feel like, we work on healing, the Star card, right? We work on healing, and then we have to put it into motion, right? And I feel like you were given a chance to put your healing into motion. I do believe that this is about vulnerability. It's about taking a look at a situation and how it's triggered you, and then being more intentional about how you approach it, okay? So let's get some clarification here for you. I just opened to the Two of Wands. I definitely, it's like you have a choice now between the dark wound and love. And it's like, I do feel like this destructive patterns, giving away your power on the Devil card, I feel like that's something that you've done a lot in the past. And you might actually find yourself in that position where you feel like you're doing that again. But I get the sense that, like, it doesn't last very long. Like, it's like this situation gets that kind of reaction reaction from you. I just keep adjusting these and I don't think that they're straight. Okay. This situation gets that kind of reaction from you, but like it's not for long, because like you've changed, right? You've done a lot of work, you've made moves in your life. And I do feel like you're kind of, oh my gosh, all these cards just came out. I do feel like you're kind of in this space now where you realize it's important to really, stop when you're in that triggered moment, and allow things to be revealed to you that are in the form of your actual feelings, your pain. Like, what are you hiding with these reactions, these triggered reactions? Like, what is under the surface of that? And I feel like you're allowing yourself to kind of reflect on that with the Star card right here, so that you can move past it, right? It's really interesting to me here that it's almost like I'm getting this visual of like a roller coaster. It's like, you've reached a point in your life where you've risen above certain patterns, but then you get kind of sucked down below again with this Devil. Like, you're re-triggered. And then you're finding your way back up to the top here. I'm hoping that this means like this is the end of the ride. You know what I mean? It's the end of the ride. But yeah, it's like it kind of starts here and it goes down, up, and then it's like, is this the end of the ride? Do you know what I mean? That's kind of like, that's the visual I'm getting. Okay. Anyway, what's the Chariot card about? I didn't even look at those cards that just came out. Also, guys, I recorded Capricorn yesterday. The sound was not working, like, literally at all. I don't know why. I have such an expensive microphone. I'm like, why didn't it work? So anyway, I'm hoping that you can hear me okay today. I may need, oh, here's an Ace of Cups. I may need a new attachment, and maybe that's what it is for the microphone. Okay, anyway, so you have the Ace of Cups. This is really allowing yourself to get into your feelings, all of your feelings. This is integration, right? It could be your sadness. It could be your happiness. Like, it's really allowing yourself to get into your feelings, because the Devil is restrictions. It's triggers. It's giving away your power. It's codependency. It's, putting other people's feelings before your own. It's, it's the opposite of self-value, right? Chariot is self-value. Devil is the opposite of that. It is like not self-value. Like, it is self-abandonment. And I feel like what's happening is like you're recognizing like the ways in which you self-abandon to fit yourself into a certain mold with other people. So maybe that they're happy. And I feel like you've done, like, you really have been working past that, and you may see how you fall back into those old patterns, and then you're like, no, I've worked through that. So I feel like what you want to say is what you really feel. I feel like you want to say, like, I'm hurt, or I really care about you, but this, I don't know, let's see. Interesting. I feel like you want to speak on your feelings, but I also feel like you want to speak on the fact that you need to focus on being, with yourself right now, be single, that there's just too much baggage, there's too many emotional burdens in a situation. Tell me about the Devil. Sorry, my chair squeaks. The Devil is clarified by the Devil. Okay, and the Lover's card is poking out. Oh my, and the Queen of Wands. I definitely kind of get with this energy that this is a I'm too proud. I'm too proud to speak on my feelings, and the Queen of Wands can be like ruthless. You know what I mean? Like she's an incredible, like she's an incredible energy for like attracting. She's not as ruthless as the Queen of Swords, but she's an incredible energy for attracting what she wants and integrating the shadow and the light. And she can be highly intuitive because of that. But I do feel like there are times when the Queen of Wands, when she's triggered, she can be like, screw this, I can attract whatever I want and I'm gonna move forward. You know what I mean? And like there can be especially with the devil, like to me that is like you know, I'm not gonna even allow this to affect me and I'm gonna move forward, which is repressing. It's repressing the feelings. It's repressing the vulnerability, the intimacy. Interesting. I also feel like this energy, this is a self-fulfilling prophecy kind of energy. Like you've done this healing, but then you also have a very painful past, and you may have just assumed the worst, and then it ends up being a self-fulfilling prophecy. Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune. The Tower card. I mean, either way, this was meant to happen. Like, this situation in your life was meant to happen because I feel like it was supposed to open your eyes to A, the work that you've done, B, speaking on your feelings, allowing yourself to be vulnerable, C, you know, maybe not assuming the worst, you know, because if you assume the worst, it may actually end up being a self-fulfilling prophecy. I just feel like there's an enlightenment that's happening here. Tower card in the Wheel of Fortune. Faith. Interesting. And Justice on the bottom of the deck. Holy Major Arcana. That is wild. I feel like a little bit like you felt like this was karma. Like whatever you've been experiencing with somebody that's been very triggering for you, like you feel like it was karma. You feel like, you know, you're wiser now. Like you've learned a very valuable lesson. You see things very clearly. You understand like the healing that you've done, but then also how to apply that healing to triggering situations. And you also understand how you allow the dark wound to fester rather than speaking on your actual feelings. What clarify the what do you feel energy. The Hanged Man and the Page of Swords. Interesting. Give me one more card on the what do you feel. The Ten of Cups. I get the sense that you feel duped. Like you kind of feel duped because I feel like you felt like this situation in your life was like heading towards a Ten of Cups energy. And I feel like you've uncovered something that has like made you feel differently and has kind of enlightened a new way forward, a new path forward. Interesting. What did they uncover? Oh, okay. Okay, so I get the sense that, like, what you've uncovered is that somebody that you're dealing with could have been very self-indulgent, could have been just all about the passion, like instant gratification, right? And I feel like you are conflicted because you end up realizing that, like, this doesn't serve the work that you've done. It doesn't align with the path that you know that you're supposed to be on. Like, it doesn't align with that. And I feel like you want to be in alignment with something that supports, like, a future, a stable future, and that is really connected in, like, deep love. And I feel like what's happening for you is you're allowing yourself to start over and trust that, like, that's actually coming to you. Like, I do feel like you've manifested something very specific. And it's like this situation came in as, like, one final test to see if you've really healed the dark wound so that you can let real intimate love live. I do feel like it's going... I do feel like with this energy, it's like you're kind of putting yourself back out there and you're allowing yourself to be seen. You're starting over, you know, you're going to allow yourself to talk to other people, you know, that kind of thing. Like, I do feel like you're seeing this situation as, like, okay, this was just, like, one final little test of my willpower, of my ability to, you know, not self-abandon, to really connect with my emotions, to open my heart, to practice my healing instead of, you know, perpetuating my wounds. I do feel like there's a valuable lesson in this situation for you, where you're really... you know, you're kind of sitting back and you're going, okay, so I may have repeated some old patterns in this way, but I'm really proud of myself for, you know, evolving past my patterns in other ways, right? And I do get the sense that you're kind of like, you're realizing that you were successful in this situation regardless, like regardless of how it turns out, because I feel like you have this, like, higher realization of, you know, what... I wanted to say what you allowed, but I mean, I guess that fits, like, what you allowed, but you also have a higher realization of, like, how you showed up. And I do feel like in some ways you're like, okay, I've made some mistakes, and then in other ways you're like, I really, like, you're patting yourself on the back. You're like, man, I really did an awesome job. Like, I'm so proud of myself. Okay, so we're going to get a closing oracle message here for you. A closing oracle message. What message do you have for the collective? Dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on your dreams. Self-mastery. Oh, yeah. This was definitely a lesson in self-mastery and listening. This person may want to be heard out. Like, they may want you to talk to them so that you could, you know, so that they could explain some things. But, you know, that's entirely up to you. We all have free will, and if, you know, that's not what you want to do, then don't do it. I just open to letting go. I do feel like that's what, you know, a lot of you are doing. You're letting this go, you know, like you're recognizing, like, okay, this came in to kind of show me, like, how much I've grown and what changes I still need to make. I'm not necessarily changes, but ways that I still need to evolve, you know. And I feel like you're very grateful. You're very grateful in that way. Okay, closing message, please. Receiving. Oh my gosh, and have faith. And then you have change and courage. So I feel like right now you're realizing that you're worthy of receiving the type of connection, the type of intimacy, the type of affection, reciprocity that you've been looking for. And I feel like you know that you deserve receiving that from a healthy space, like some people will like come in your life and they will just like flood you with affection and love and attention, and it really is rooted in their need for validation. And I feel like that you are worthy of receiving something that is equally reciprocal, that comes from a place of being worthy and valuable when it comes to love. Like you both match that energy. And I feel like that's the change. It says, when the ego finally sees the utter madness of trying to control everything, you come to a sacred crossroads in your own evolution. You come to, like we were just talking about, you're in a sacred crossroads of your own evolution, okay? And I feel like the control you may have found yourself in was not revealing your feelings or trying to protect yourself, or you may have been in a situation with somebody who wanted to control whether or not they were abandoned, that kind of thing. And and I just feel like you are seeing now, like you're seeing past everything, and you're just in this energy where you have the courage to just move forward, move forward in a healed and a faithful and a loving and a grateful kind of way. And you're opening yourself up to receiving intimacy, true intimacy. And I just feel like you haven't given up on that dream. Like you haven't given up on that. I do definitely feel like you have a higher perspective now of the past situations that you've been in. And, you see like the wound that you had that attracted these people. And then you also see their woundedness, and you get to decide. I mean, I'm not saying that like don't engage with people who are wounded. It really depends on their capacity to see that and to do their own healing work, and to not engage in the victim mentality, where they think that everybody else is their problem and everybody's too hard on them and whatever. Okay. People who are in the victim mentality can be, at times, they can be a little manipulative. So you have to be really careful of, kind of really sitting with yourself and trusting your intuition when somebody is, voicing their woes. Okay. So anyway, I definitely feel like you're in an energy now, though, where you're just fiercely pursuing your dreams by knowing that it's coming to you, and then like also working on embodying this confidence and this I don't know, this confidence and this like just knowing that like you are valuable and worthy enough to receive true intimacy. Because I do feel like through this process you have become capable or fully capable of being vulnerable to the point that you can engage in true intimacy. And I do feel like it has a lot to do with your intuition and also your fears, and learning the difference between the two. So you know when you're projecting a dark wound, and you know when you're intuitively picking up on something. You know when you're not allowing your real feelings to come to the surface out of a fear of vulnerability. And you know when when to allow yourself to do that. So anyway, this was a very interesting reading. I just saw energetic clearing on the bottom of the deck. Definitely feel like you're clearing out an energy with somebody that, like is this devil energy. It was a test. Like, it was a test of your healing, of your faith, of your hope, of your transformation. Like, it was a test for you. And I do get an overwhelming sense of gratitude. So anyway, that's what I have for you today. This was a very deep reading, but so if you're looking for a personal reading, you can do so down below. Please be sure to hit like and subscribe and the notification bell. I super appreciate it, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.